This is the NRG Prisma racing bucket seat. It's mounted to my sim racing chassis. Currently, right now in October of 2024, there's actually only 3 reviews on YouTube where people are using it for sim racing. So we're going to add a 4th right now. You know, overall, I'm super impressed with this seat. It's very comfortable with some modifications. Um, the main negative that I had was the lumbar support, and that's something that you'll read about in the Amazon reviews and in YouTube reviews. Comfort is the issue, and the main comfort points are going to be here and here that need to be adjusted or modified. Another negative that I read about and also saw in one of the reviews is mounting it and the brackets being crooked. But my personal belief is people are tightening down too many bolts at once and not leaving them loose and not shifting the chair within the brackets and tightening them down all at the end after everything's aligned. And that's pretty much assembly 101 is don't tighten anything down until all screws or bolts are seated in their respective holes, and then tighten down at the end. Because I could tell that if I over tightened one bolt or the other before I got everything seated and lined up, then I was having alignment issues too. But once I circled back to what I just said and did it the right way, I was able to seat everything just fine. And I'll show a picture later of top-down view of my seat being fairly square with my frame. But I did have to add some lumbar support, and once I did that, no back pain afterwards. I did notice this seat cushion flattening out somewhat, and I could feel it was getting a little hard, and I may be feeling a little bit of the underside of the chair, but it didn't really bother me after I raced for a while. Surprisingly so. I would I think maybe it being firm is kind of intended. I'll have a picture of the dimensions of the chair on the screen at some point, and I'll share my dimensions with you guys as well. So I actually pulled up the dimensions over here on my monitor. Let's see. So this is the large version, by the way. So the shoulder width here is 24 inches, and then from here to here is 12 inches, and then the seat down in here is 16 inches, and then forward to back depth is 17 inches. So my shoulders from the outside to outside 22.5 inches. So yeah, I'm going to lock my casters. Don't want any flex. Okay, so I'm 22.5 inches outer diameter, and then my scapula, those wing bones, are 10 inches apart. So I fit in here pretty snugly. I mean, I think I'm probably a little broader than some people, and I fit. I definitely fit. I can feel these hugging me, especially not necessarily the outside, because again, 26 inches this way, or 24 rather this way, and I'm 22.5. But I can definitely feel it. I can feel it closed in somewhat, towards my scapula, definitely. But when I'm pushed back, more so. Which is kind of how you're supposed to use these. You're supposed to be snug right in there. I'm not really crowded in the hip area. So yeah, I didn't do my hip dimensions yet. So my hips from the outside of the outside is 14 inches, and then more going up, like right above these are the iliac crest bones, right above your hip bones, 14 inches. 11 inches rather. So 14 inches at the hip, 11 inches right above. No, I don't. I have a little bit of movement. Yeah, and I mean, yeah. Overall, it's super comfortable, and it's really well made. It's. Let me see if I can make it flex. I don't ever push back like this. I'm gonna get you a better camera angle. Let's. All right, I'm glad my ears are clean. Let's see. So let's try to make it flex. Yeah, I guess there is some flex. But when I brake, I don't push my back into it. I push my push your leg, you're using your leg and you're pushing your low back. I've never actually looked at this view before, so seeing this flex, I'm kind of surprised it's flexing at all, because when I'm in it and I'm doing this, I don't feel anything. So it's definitely not perceived, and I don't think it's going to affect anybody's performance on the track. You're over here. Yeah, you know, and I don't know if this is Alcantara or suede. It says Alcantara in the advertisement in the literature, but at some other places it says it's suede. But it's super soft, very, well padded all the way around. I think if you're going to spend $400 or less, this is the one to get if you want a bucket seat. Now you might see I still have the plastic on mine, because I'm not sure I'm sold on a bucket seat yet. New to sim racing, I'm not gonna lie, I've tried a few chairs. Talk about some alternatives. The Next Level Racing ES1, tried it at my friend's house. Didn't like it because also no lumbar support, and they have the butt pad in there. We can maybe look that up really quick. So I actually had to find this picture from a old eBay listing, but this is what I didn't like. This butt pad was very comfortable, but again, no lumbar support at all. And the problem is with lumbar support is you want to be able to scoot your butt back into this area so that your tailbone is tucked kind of underneath the lumbar support, and then the lumbar support is here where the normal curvature of your spine is. So with this being not movable, if you wanted to sit ergonomically correct, you have to put your butt on this plastic, at least for me. So that was kind of a no-go for me right off the bat. If you can't sit with your cheeks right where this is, glued into place, you're done if it's not comfortable right off the bat. So ES1, even though it's very well made, it's kind of plasticky looking. Some people thought it was like Fisher Price looking, but I thought it looked pretty nice. And this material was very soft and high quality. But that was a non-starter for me. I want to show you now what I did to mitigate the lumbar support issue. Pool noodle cut up in halves. And they're not even, I didn't even Velcro them in place. They're just smashed in there. This one is full. And when I put this back, I kind of tuck that piece under and then just fold the whole thing over it. And it stays. I mean, once you smash this down with your body weight, it forms back into place and it sticks. And it feels great. I stole that from somebody in Reddit, I think, or somewhere somebody cut a pool noodle, maybe one of the car reviews. But no, it worked awesome. It feels great. If I had my way, I would find something to make this a little bit softer so it doesn't flatten out as quickly. But it's nice. If you want a bucket seat for your sim racing cockpit, this is the one that I would recommend for under $400. But the thing that you have to ask yourself is, are you going to prioritize style, form, function, and the ability to incline and decline easily over overall comfort, the ability to slide the seat forward, the ability to recline the seat, and to not feel so constrained by the bolstering? A standard, reclining seat, most of them are very low or no bolstering at all, similar to, a regular passenger car. I have a Model 3 Tesla, and when I drive to work every day, I've been paying more attention to how I feel in the seat compared to like a bucket seat like this, and I definitely feel more comfortable driving my regular car. So that's the decision that I'm struggling with right now. Do I want this super cool looking bucket seat that hugs you and keeps you in place so that when you're steering, you're not shifting side to side, and your hips and your legs are all always in line in the same planes? Or do I want to feel super comfortable all the time? And do I want to be able to maybe use the seat for other things like editing a YouTube video or working from home, if you have a keyboard tray? You know, the ability to recline even just a few degrees makes a huge difference in comfort in most scenarios. So that's a personal choice that everyone has to make. But if you want a bucket seat, NRG Prisma is the one to get. Thanks for watching. Any questions, leave them in the comments. Also, like the video if it helped you in any way. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Have a good day.